the MREA presents the Rise Up podcast. We would like to take a moment to thank MREA business member Fronius for their support of this episode. Fronius's mission is to achieve 24 hours of sun. Day after day, Fronius is hard at work turning this vision of a future in which 100% of the world's energy needs are covered by renewable sources into a reality. Learn more about Fronius and their GEN24 Roadshow at fronius.com. Hello, listeners. Today's episode is a bit more technical than most. For this reason, we've provided a few definitions in the episode description to help give you the full picture. Enjoy.
Welcome back to the Rise Up podcast. My name is Nick Hylla. I'm the Executive Director of the Midwest Renewable Energy Association. And today we are joined by Chris Connell, who is employed at Fronius as the Head of Solutions Management. Chris joined Fronius in 2012 as an application engineer for the Solar Energy Business Unit. Since then, he's held multiple positions, including team leader, technical support department, technical sales advisor, national technical sales advisor, and now is currently the Head of Solutions Management. Chris is a former aviation technician with the U.S. Navy and brings a lot of that background to his work. Chris, how's it going today?
Good. Thank you so much for having me here, Nick, and it's been a pleasure. I love the opportunity to speak with you guys today.
Yeah, we have known Fronius for a long time. We have a number of Fronius inverters here on our campus. Of course, we do a lot of training, and we're a business association. And of course, many of our business members have used Fronius inverters for a long time. So maybe we should just start there. Tell us a little bit about Fronius, who you are as a company, a little history.
Yes, thank you. So Fronius has been around for 75 years. We started as a one-man operation back in 1945. A gentleman named Gunther Fronius, he actually started this business as a welding company. And ever since then, it's just grown as a nice family-owned and operated business. We have multiple different locations all across the globe. We also have been in operation for over 20 years in the U.S. So in the U.S., we have welding, and we also have our solar energy business unit here in Portage, Indiana.
Great. Yeah, I see from your website that Fronius brought its first inverter to the market in 1995. So it's been probably one of the first out there, and it's been a long road since then. We're going to talk about a new inverter that you have on the market. But first, what's new at Fronius? What are you excited about?
Yeah, so first and foremost, it is that new inverter that's the Gen24. So this is a residential product that is UL 1741 SB certified, and it's available on the market today. And we're also doing a roadshow. So we are traveling, we're going across the U.S. in multiple different regions just to help promote the product and get hands-on with this product with installers.
Yeah, it's always exciting when there's a new residential inverter on the market from a company that has such a long track record as Fronius. So give me the pitch. Why is this inverter exciting? What's so awesome about it?
So we've had a couple weeks now of being on the roadshow, and there's two main aspects that come up when we talk with installers about the Gen24. The power classes are 3.8 to 10 kW, but they really talk about the ease of installation. They say it's foolproof. They absolutely love it. It's a product with no torque specification. So think about having to actually go to sites with special tools and trying to understand it. This is actually designed to be simple and easy for the installer. That's what we love about it. That's what the installers love about it. And I think a lot of your listeners will too. And then we have Fronius Upgrade program. So you can install a string inverter on site and then do an over-the-air software update. And this will actually make it a hybrid inverter. And I know the attachment rate for hybrid inverters, especially in the Midwest, isn't exactly too high. But with energy demand and things like this ever increasing, I think this is the product that you can install on site and then upgrade later on and make it easier for the homeowner, make it easier for the installer, and really have a future-proof system there on site.
Yeah, that seems to be pretty compelling for the customer because we do a lot of consumer education around solar. We do group purchase programs. Actually last night I was just giving a presentation for our Solar Central Wisconsin program where I'm from. The most common question is about energy storage. And as you mentioned, in the Midwest, at least in Wisconsin, we're not at a point where for most people energy storage investment makes sense, but everybody wants to be storage ready. They want an inverter that can couple with storage. And in this instance, you have a simple string inverter that you said doesn't require any other intervention except an over-the-air software upgrade. So that seems to be like a pretty solid sales pitch for a customer.
Just install the battery, install a conduit, you're good to go.
I also am looking at the specs and talking to a few people. There's some optimism about this inverter because of the way that it cools. Do you want to talk about some of that? Like how it's designed?
So we actually have a unique product in that it's kind of, I would say, one of the first in the industry, where you would typically have a heat sink on the back of the product facing up against the homeowner's wall, and then it gets somewhat warm up against the wall. This product has the heat sink actually out in front. There's a plastic cover that essentially protects the heat sink from direct sunlight, but all of the electronics are encased in this heat sink, and it's on the very front, where we have a large fan that is very quiet, pushing air across it. So this is going to help protect the inverter's longevity by ensuring that the electronics, the inverter itself, stays extremely cool.
That seems like an advantage. And then what about kind of the software side, the low voltage side? Tell us about what this inverter, what does it have? What are its advantages?
One of the nice things that Fronius has with this is the dynamic peak manager too. So the Dynamic Peak Manager is a software solution that has the capability of optimizing the entire string and not just an individual module. So this is string level optimization. There's no need to put complex devices up on the roof, and it helps ensure that the string is operating at the optimal voltage and current level. So it operates at the global maximum power point. It is able to track this down, and also it's able to perform at its highest level possible.
Great. And people can, I guess, see this in person because you have a roadshow. I saw the map. The North American Board of Certified Energy Practitioners puts out a newsletter, and I saw it in their newsletter advertised, and you're all over the country, and we're trying to get you in Wisconsin here. So we're going to nail you down for that one because I didn't see any stops in Wisconsin. But tell us about the roadshow. What is it? Where are you going to be?
So right now we got teams in various different locations. We're visiting 33 cities in 14 states. We have teams in California, Florida, and Texas currently. Unfortunately, it's one of those things we're working on other areas. Planning all those visits and everything like that has been a challenge. And it was something that our team was able to accomplish, and we're looking forward to meet some more installers. The great thing about it, though, is when you show up, we try to be as courteous as possible, provide a good breakfast, goodie bags, knapsack credits for those that need them, and try to give you some of the latest technology news.
Yeah, so then what stops are you making in the Midwest? I know you're located in Portage, Indiana, just over the Illinois border there. So where can people connect with you in the Midwest?
So in terms of the Midwest, right now we're still going through planning for the entire Midwest. But in September, I did want to announce that on the 27th of September, we will be at our Portage, Indiana headquarters. So in terms of the entire roadshow in itself and everything that I mentioned, we'll also be giving tours of the facility. You'll get to see the in-house R&D team, solution management team, which I'm a part of. You'll get to meet the tech support team, sales and marketing teams, and also see our US-based repair center. So all of that is a possibility when you go to the September 27th roadshow event.
You brought up repair center. This is kind of a big question for contractors because, solar is still contagious. It spreads by referral. Happy customers make solar customers. And one of the keys to happy solar customer is good technical support for equipment. And so we get that from contractors all the time. So tell us about kind of your technical support in the US. It sounds like you have a place right in the Midwest where you do repairs.
So technical support and providing good service is the heart and soul of Fronius US. That's something that we've always been very proud of here. We have a 10-person team right here in Portage, Indiana, and they're available for most hours throughout the day. And then if you're not available, if you reach us on the outside, maybe on a weekend or something like this, we have what's called Solar SOS, where that's available 24/7. You're able to go through and actually submit a trouble ticket or do your own RMA if you're an FSP. And those sorts of things are pretty important to us in terms of always being available. So even though we're not available on Saturday, you can still get an entry point into our database and get a ticket started and created, or even your own RMA.
All right. Well, thanks for the time, Chris. You can also catch Fronius at RE Plus in Anaheim. And then I know RE Plus Midwest in Chicago. You guys will have a booth there. And then, of course, you can visit their website at fronius.us. Thanks for connecting with us today. And I'm excited to check out that new inverter.
Thank you. It was great to be here, and I appreciate the conversation.